of people, whether it's coaches, your coach, other coaches, and even players, have pointed to you as an example of why this is a great format.
And this is just a good push. You see here that she's going to come right through Martin, who gets her with the body.
Did you see what just happened? Angel Reese, the basketball superstar, got ejected from the game. This is crazy, right? You're probably thinking, no way, how did that happen?
That was just genuinely the weirdest game of basketball I have seen in my entire life.
Well, let me tell you, it was all because of Kate Martin. Yeah, that Kate Martin. She came out of nowhere and blocked Reese like it was nothing. Suddenly, Reese started racking up fouls left and right. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion and you can't look away. Alright, let's talk about Kate Martin. You know that feeling when you're watching a game and suddenly this player you've never heard of starts doing insane things? That's exactly what happened with Kate. It was like she woke up and decided, today's the day I'm gonna shock everyone. Picture this, the game starts, and Kate's just another player on the court. Nobody's really paying attention to her, but then something clicks. It's like she's got this fire in her eyes. Every time Angel Reese moves, Kate's right there. It's crazy, she's reading Reese like a book. You know what's even crazier? The crowd starts to notice. You can feel the energy in the arena shift. People are looking at each other like, who is this girl? They can't believe what they're seeing. Kate's not just playing, she's dominating. And then it happens. The moment everyone's gonna be talking about for weeks. Kate goes for the block on Angel Reese. Time slows down. The whole arena holds its breath. And bam, she blocks it. The crowd goes wild. It's like David taking down Goliath with one perfect shot.
And this is just a good push. You see here that she's going to come right through Martin, who gets her with the body.
You won't believe how this changed the game. After that block, it's like Kate unlocked some secret basketball superpower. She's everywhere on the court, stealing, assisting, scoring. The laces are on fire, and Kate's the one lighting the match. Let's talk about teamwork for a second. You know how sometimes a team just clicks? That's what's happening with the Laces. They're 4-0 in the league. That's insane. They're leading in rebounds, assists, steals, and point differential. And Kate, she's right in the middle of it all. Imagine being on the court with Kate. One of the opposing coaches said their teamwork is off the charts.
Aces, awfully impressive start. They shoot the ball well. They boast the top scoring defense in Unrivaled.
It's like Kate and her teammates can read each other's minds. They're always in the right place at the right time. You know what's even crazier? The fans are losing their minds. One spectator was so hyped they yelled, "Oh my, Kate almost sent Barbie back to the bayou." Can you believe that? Kate's not just playing, she's putting on a show. Alright, let's zoom in on Angel Reese. Remember how she started the game? She was on fire, scoring 4 points in just 4 minutes. It looked like she was going to dominate the court, but then, bam, Kate Martin comes out of nowhere with that block, and everything changes. You know what's crazy? After that block, it's like someone flipped a switch in Reese's head. She started making mistakes, little ones at first, but they kept piling up. You could see the frustration on her face. It was like watching a star player crumble in real time. Imagine this, Reese is trying to force plays that aren't there. She's pushing, shoving, trying to make something happen, but it's backfiring big time. The refs are watching her like hawks now. One foul, then another, and another. It's like she can't help herself. You want to know what's even crazier? Her teammates are trying to calm her down, but it's like trying to stop a runaway train. You can see them talking to her, trying to get her head back in the game. But Reese is in her own world now. She's playing like she has something to prove, but it's just making things worse. The fouls keep coming. 4, 5. The tension in the arena is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Everyone's holding their breath, wondering if Reese is going to make it through the game. By the third quarter, Reese has already racked up 4 fouls. That's insane. She's walking on eggshells now, trying to play without fouling out, but you can see it in her eyes. She's rattled.
Feel like for you just to know that you're getting your flowers here and people are recognizing your game. And
she's not the same player who started the game. And get this, the crowd is going wild. Every time Reese touches the ball, you can hear the tension. Some fans are cheering for her to keep her cool, others are just waiting for her to slip up. It's like watching a high wire act without a safety net. You know what's really wild? It's not just about the fouls. It's like Reese has lost her mojo. She's second guessing every move. You can almost see the gears turning in her head, overthinking every play. It's painful to watch. And then it happens. The 6th foul. The whole arena goes quiet for a second, then erupts.
People, whether it's coaches, your coach, other coaches, and even players, have pointed to you as an example of why this is a great format.
Angel Reese, the basketball powerhouse, is ejected from the game. Can you believe it? It's like watching a car speeding towards a cliff and everyone was holding their breath, and then boom! As Reese walks off the court, you can see the frustration on her face. It's a mix of anger, disappointment, and disbelief. This wasn't how it was supposed to go. She started the game looking unstoppable, and now she's heading to the locker room early. Alright, picture this. The 4th quarter's about to start, and the tension in the arena is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Angel Reese is on the court, but she's not the same player we saw at the beginning of the game. She's like a ticking time bomb, ready to explode at any moment. You can see it in her eyes. She's desperate to make something happen, but she's also terrified of making another mistake. Now here's where things get really crazy. Remember how Reese started the game? She was on fire, scoring 4 points in just 4 minutes. But now she's barely touching the ball. It's like her teammates are afraid to pass to her.
By the time with your teammates, and like, you don't play with these people in the WNBA season, so it makes it really fun getting to know everybody. And
can you imagine how frustrating that must be? And Kate Martin, she's still out there cool as a cucumber. It's like she's in Reese's head, living rent-free. Every time Reese gets the ball, Martin's right there, waiting. It's like watching a cat play with a mouse. And let me tell you, Reese is not enjoying being the mouse. The crowd's holding their breath every time Reese moves.
3 minutes up until late in the 3rd quarter. Like, that's just madness. That's absolute madness.
You can hear the collective gasp when she goes for a rebound or tries to make a play. It's like everyone's waiting for the other shoe to drop. And then, boom, it happens. Reese goes for a rebound. She's stretching, reaching, desperate to get her hands on that ball. And then you hear it, the whistle, that shrill sound that every player dreads when they're in foul trouble. Time freezes, everyone's eyes are on the ref, and then slowly his hand goes up.
This was a horrible game of basketball. We just got to be honest here. This was a horrible.
That's it. Foul number 6. Reese's face? It's a mixture of shock, anger, and disbelief. She can't believe it's happening. The star player, the one who was supposed to lead her team to victory, is being sent off the court. As Reese walks off, you can see the fight drain out of her. It's like watching a balloon deflate. She's not just leaving the game, she's leaving her team without their leader. And you know what? The other team can smell blood in the water. But here's the kicker. It's not just about this game. This moment right here, it's going to haunt Reese, because now everyone knows she's not invincible. They've seen her crack under pressure, and you better believe every team is going to try to exploit that weakness.
well, that's much appreciated. But I don't know. I've always had confidence in myself.
You want to know what's really wild? Some people are saying this isn't just about basketball. They're talking about the psychological game, the mind games that happen on the court. And get this, there's a rumor going around that Kate Martin used some secret technique to get inside Reese's head. It's like she found Reese's kryptonite or something.